WWE Payback is June 1st. And this is, Raws tonight, but I just wanted to get this out of the way because this usually is the last week for pay-per-view is usually a go-home show. And the only matches I see that could be on here, maybe a tag team title match, maybe Paige defending the title against somebody, and of course the kickoff, which isn't on here yet. But other than that, this card is pretty much covered with a lot of the main titles. There is one exception, though, I want to talk about really quickly, and that is the Undisputed title, or what they're calling it, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Basically, just unifying both belts, holding both belts, but I prefer to call it the Undisputed belt, or Undisputed Championship. Currently held by Daniel Bryan. Now, Daniel Bryan was to face Kane in a rematch for Payback, but we don't know what's going to happen there. We don't know what is going to happen to the title by itself. I mean, all we do know is Stephanie McMahon wants Daniel Bryan to surrender the title. This is because Daniel Bryan had a neck surgery not too long ago. I think he had it last Thursday or the week before that. Which one thing I do have to address, and that is the way they wrote him off television. Daniel Bryan coming out and telling us about the surgery is great. I mean, it tells us what's going on and actually gives some people some concern for the man. I mean, the guy's been wrestling this same style ever since Ring of Honor. Back when he was an American Dragon, and now is the quote yes man for WWE. When you're the world champion, it doesn't matter what title you hold. If it's a TNA belt, if it's a Ring of Honor belt, if it's the NWA World Heavyweight title, which I still feel is the most prestigious belt. But when we go towards a global scale, the WWE World Undisputed belt is the most prestigious. And if you're holding this belt and you do get injured, I mean, there's a target on your back. And the fact that Daniel Bryan has this bad luck. I mean, we just got out of the authority storyline, the major storylines in SummerSlam, and now the guy has a broken neck after not necessarily after a match with Kane, but this was really wear and tear over the past several years in the Indies, working in Japan, working Mexico, working all over the world before coming to the WWE and having the same style, this explosive style that you see every time he's in a match on Raw or SmackDown. It takes a toll on a lot of people. I mean, the best way I can describe this neck thing is it's not as severe as Edge's thing from a few years ago, but it could be as severe if he didn't have this surgery, which was for the best for us. And there is not really an exact timetable. I mean, for non-active people, like when I say that, I mean like non-WWE, not like non-wrestlers, non-athletes. There is a timetable of a few months, depending on depending on how severe the surgery is and how severe the neck injury is. I mean, this doesn't seem as severe as most cases, so probably maybe until SummerSlam if he doesn't mess it up again. But the least is a few weeks, which you're just going out there just because you can, and that shouldn't. That's not. I mean, you are the champion, but you shouldn't risk your body to that extent, to where you'll have a broken neck and on a wheelchair for the rest of your life. There is some common sense that needs to be used here. Will Daniel Bryan take the easy way out here, and will he surrender the title? I don't know really, but I do see two matches on this card that could be used to determine the next undisputed champion. The first one, of course, there's a first option here that we could use to actually crown a new champion, let alone have a number contender, a top two contenders or something. This goes towards the Evolution Shield storyline going on right now. This no holds barred elimination match. Why not make it a six-pack challenge for the belt, if necessary? If Daniel Bryan cannot defend the belt for a amount of time, I mean, he has a 30-day timetable usually, but CM Punk honestly didn't defend the belt a lot either. And if you look at Dean Ambrose, as United States champion, I mean, like fucking 2 months, 3 months before a title defense, I mean, it's possible to have Daniel Bryan keep the belt, but if this is in a 40 storyline, they might strip the belt regardless and put it in this match. I mean, that gives the Shield a hell of an opportunity to become WWE champion, and it could show some dissension in the Shield. Because we've been having this dissension over the past few months of the Shield breaking up, and this would be the perfect opportunity to have that happen. The same goes for Evolution, since Batista is filming a new movie, I suppose. I don't really know what it is, but it has George St. Pierre and it has all these other people, so good for him. But as far as the elimination match goes, I don't know who will win this. I mean, they've only faced off once, and the Shield won that one actually, which I considered a major upset like last time because I felt Evolution would win. But there's two ways this can go. If the title's not on the line, this match is a simple elimination match. I mean, Batista's obviously going to be eliminated just because he's a movie coming up, and it puts the Shield over whoever pins him, especially Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is a huge main event talent right now, in my eyes, and I feel this if he beats Evolution, if he's a sole survivor in this match, then this would honestly push him to that main event level. Same goes for Ambrose and Rollins. I mean, Ambrose just got out of holding the United States title hostage for several months without barely defending it, which I'm very disgusted about. I mean, it's not Ambrose's fault, obviously, because of the writers not just, the writers just having this Shield storyline and this 40 storyline. They needed the Shield to play these big roles, so it's just basically using the title as a prop, which in a way it usually is a prop. I mean, wrestling, that's pretty much the deal with these belts. But I mean, this is, but still, it's just not how you treat a traditional like heritage title like the United States title. I mean, even though it's basically your mid card belt along with the Intercontinental belt, it still holds some prestige. So it shouldn't be like a fucking prop, which it is, but it shouldn't be the level where you're just tossing it around and it's just there in this storyline, which I'm glad they got the belt off of him. As far as Rollins goes, I doubt he'll probably be one of the first eliminated, but he will make an impact in this. I mean, if he does win, is on the winning team or is the sole survivor in this match, then it could push him up a little bit. I mean, WWE has not been really high on Rollins as of late, but this could be the event to prove them wrong. As far as Batista goes, like we said before, be eliminated, no problem. Triple H probably be one of the last ones in there, same as Randy Orton. But who wins this match is the big question. Who wins this match? It depends. If you're gonna go and have this feud go out till like SummerSlam or maybe even WrestleMania next year, which is unlikely, having a feud for an entire year. But if it was to go that way, you'd make sense to have Evolution win to have a rubber match somehow down the road. The next pay-per-view, which I believe is Money in the Bank or SummerSlam or Battleground, one of the three. Yeah, it's Money in the Bank coming up, so you could lead that for the next pay-per-view, having that in there. If this is for the title, however, if this becomes pretty much a six-pack challenge, there's several ways this can go. Roman Reigns wins the belt to push him to that main event level and make him a credible champion. Ambrose wins it just so he has another belt. Rollins, I doubt, would win the title, but it would be a great stepping stone to work for. Batista, again, eliminated because of the movie coming up. Triple H, wouldn't mind him actually holding the title, to be honest. It'd be interesting to have the COO of the company be the main champion. But Randy Orton, he just came out of a WWE title thing a few months ago, so it wouldn't make sense for him to win this belt, but I wouldn't bet against it. And we come back, the second match in my mind that could be for this WWE Championship if it is vacant